especially welcome Congressman Greg Murphy on a visit to the Jacksonville Police Department. You know, today, with all the things that are going on with police agencies across the country, it's so important that our elected officials support the police and support positive police reform. And I appreciate him taking his time out of his busy schedule to come here and to ride with the officers who are actually the boots on the ground.
Especially want to thank you, Congressman Murphy, for taking time out of your schedule to come here. It's a great honor for our city, our police department, to have you come here in recognition of what our police department has been able to accomplish.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for our police chief. I will tell you, it's my great honor to come here this afternoon. I want to congratulate you and the whole department on the agency award and the fine work that you have done. We set about several years ago, I will tell you, just during my small stint in the North Carolina legislature, to work on the opioid epidemic. We had a three-legged stool, and one was patient care, two was medical provider care, and the third was law enforcement. And if we didn't keep every single one of those legs open, or up rather, the stool will have fallen over. And it's with departments like yours, through initiatives like you have done, and with community support that you've enlisted, that we were able actually to make a crack in the opioid epidemic, and actually for the first time in more than a decade, actually see a decrease in the number of overdoses. So I want to congratulate you on the reception of the award. It means a lot. It means how much you have put forth to bring community and your officers together to help the community. So my deepest congratulations. And I will say, just also, especially in this time in our nation, when there's been so much, in my opinion, bad news about the good men and women that are in law enforcement, that we see such great success stories like this, the fight on the opioid epidemic. That is a really tragic occurrence that has hit our country. I will tell you, I think we did a great job a few years ago. I will tell you, my prediction, actually, we're going to have another job to fight just with COVID, because so many people with mental illness and some other disorders were not able to access treatment like they could have. And I think, unfortunately, we'll probably see another spike that we're going to have to fight to and re-enlist all our efforts to help combat it. But also, just going back to the street, to the hard and sacrificial work that our young men and women in uniform do to keep our community safe. It's not a black and white issue. We do have bad apples. We have bad apples in every profession. I have them in medicine. Unfortunately, we cannot paint a few bad apples as what the entire force is. And so I want to congratulate you for doing a fine job in keeping your community safe and making success just in the short time you've been captain. Because I think when I first came, you had just been appointed. If I recall, we had a meeting downstairs and you had just been appointed. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations on work done in the past, and best wishes for continued great success. So thank you. No, please be encouraged that this nation, this state, this city stands behind you. It appreciates what you all do. It appreciates the fact that you put on a badge every day and keep us safe. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I want to encourage you, and please know that we are behind you. So thank you all for what you do.
Folks that you need to recognize for that award, because they're the ones that are going out every single day and working with folks. I mean, it's kind of interesting. One of the officers talked somebody off a bridge one day, and when we asked him, well, how did you do that? He said it was the training that he got. And the dedication that he had, plus the training that he had, he was able to successfully talk somebody off that bridge and potentially save their life. So, I mean, it's these folks that do what they do every day that really makes this department the great department that it is.
Thank you, thank you. And I will tell you, I said upstairs how proud I am of what you guys have done. I was just saying, I worked a lot in the opioid epidemic when I was in the state legislature a few years ago, but we could not have moved the needle. We worked with health professionals, but we could not have moved the needle at all had we not worked with law enforcement. You guys see it in so many different ways. It's trying to help treat people, but also trying to keep them alive. and also trying, the bad guys, keeping the drugs off the street. So you guys have done a tremendous job. Congratulations for winning the agency award. It's a testament to all the hard work and dedication that you guys do. So I will just say one more thing. I was not going to bring it up, but let's bring it up. The whole defund the police movement. I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing, in my opinion, more asinine. We should be giving you more money. We should be giving you more training to help deal with the tough situations that you deal with. Just as the chief said, how would you have known to talk somebody off a bridge had you not received the training? So I think, unfortunately, because of some vocal few, their priorities are messed up. And so I think it's the opposite of what you need. I think everybody in this room would agree with me. You guys need more support, not less support. So I thank you for what you're doing. I know that the people in Jacksonville and the state support you. It's just other parts of the country that I'm worried about. And unfortunately, the communities that are going to be most affected are sometimes the ones that have been most vocal about defunding you. So they'll see what happens in a short while. I feel sorry for them. So anyway, again, thank you all for what you do. You have my full and unadulterated support, hands down. Thank you. I came here today to congratulate the police chief and the department, even more importantly, on the efforts that they've done to combat the opioid crisis, which we know has been plaguing our state and our nation for decades, and the fact that they've been able actually also to turn around crime, but to decrease the use of force in doing it. This is a wonderful success story that we see for our police force today, and I'm here to support them. Well, I think it's important for elected officials to be boots on the ground, to talk eye to eye and with individuals that are doing the work. It's one thing to read it in the paper or pick it up over the telephone, but when you actually see people, talk with people, and can look at each other, even in the days of social distancing and mask wearing, it's important. It means a lot more to me. It makes things real, and it also means much more, I think, to the officers and to the police chief. The defund the police movement, in my opinion, is a massively misdirected opportunity, a misdirected program that literally attacks the individuals that keep us safe. And it's just a slap in the face, in my opinion, to the good men and women who literally sacrifice their lives to keep our homes, our businesses, and us personally safe. So they know, as I've expressed many times, they have my full support. They have support of Jacksonville. They have support of the city and the state in doing their job. It's unfortunate that some elected officials throughout the country have seen to decrease their support for the police, and unfortunately, their municipalities are paying the price. Their citizens are paying the price. That's not going to happen here in North Carolina.